How's it going, everyone? Blueknight here, and welcome back to another Ratchet Clank Rift Apart video. So as you're all likely aware, the game itself was announced just last week during the PlayStation 5 event, with a trailer and some pre-alpha gameplay, as well as a glimpse into the game's story alongside the reveal of the new female Lombax. Well, it turns out that there was some new information that kinda got overlooked during the announcement, with more information popping up shortly afterwards. So Insomniac Games themselves, over on Twitter, confirmed that the new female Lombax will be a playable character in the game alongside Ratchet Clank. Now, I personally had a feeling that she would be a playable character for obvious reasons, but just think about that for a second. For the first time ever in series history, we'll finally be playing as another Lombax outside of Ratchet, and that's pretty exciting. So now I'm kinda curious as to how she'll play differently from Ratchet. But the tweet also states and confirms that she is from another dimension. Now, in my previous video, I had 3 theories about this new Lombax character, and this right here seems to support only 2 of them, and not the Lombax left behind theory. However, what this does not tell us is whether or not she's from an alternate dimension as an alternate Ratchet, or just straight up from another dimension like, say, the Lombax's dimension. But I guess we'll find out more about that at a later time. Now, if we jump over to the official trailer over on Insomniac Games' YouTube channel, here is what the video description says about the story and what to expect. The intergalactic adventurers are back with a bang in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Help them take on a robotic emperor working overtime to wipe out organic life, with their own universe next in the firing line. Enjoy a visually dazzling interdimensional adventure complete with familiar faces and some new allies, only on the PlayStation 5 console. Okay, so that pretty much paints the picture of Nefarious being the primary villain of the game. I mean, robotic emperor working overtime to wipe out organic life? Yeah, that's obviously Nefarious. And combining this with what we've seen in the trailer, he appears to have taken over this planet or dimension, but immediately after that, the part that says, with their own dimension, referring to Ratchet & Clank's dimension, next in the firing line, seems to indicate that the Nefarious doing all this is not the same Nefarious from Ratchet's dimension. Instead, it could very well be the one from the reimagining, provided Insomniac is actually doing the whole alternate dimensions or realities thing, and that the reimagining is an alternate universe to the main series. Now, when Clank mentions Nefarious resurfacing after all these years just to take over the universe again, he's clearly referring to the main series Nefarious, since he has attempted it multiple times up until All for One, where Nefarious seems to have had a change of heart. So him going through all that character development in that game, then forgetting all of that to go back to taking over the universe, just doesn't make any sense. Unless, like I said, this is an alternate Nefarious, either reimagining or elsewhere. Now, if we look at the reimagining Nefarious, he just tried to destroy a system of planets, not really attempting a takeover of any kind. Now that he's a robot, as indicated by the film's ending, he might be wanting to try something much bigger, say wiping out all organic life forms. But that's provided that the reimagining and main series are 2 separate universes, despite Quark making up some of the things in the game, while the movie was a mere in-universe holofilm. And fun fact, Insomniac Games over on Twitter did like a tweet about the game being posted into the Nexus. I don't really know if that's confirmation of anything, but I just thought it was something interesting to share. Now, I would go deeper into the whole post-Nexus or post-reimagining discussion, but I think I'll save that for another time. But in the meantime, another fellow YouTuber by the name of VTNVIVI put together a very in-depth video talking about all of this, as well as a full breakdown and analysis for both the trailer and the gameplay, which I do highly recommend checking out if you got the time. So, if you got the time, and if you are interested in checking out that video, a link will be in the description below. And finally, the last part of the description on Insomniac's YouTube channel says, enjoy a visually dazzling, interdimensional adventure complete with familiar faces and some new allies. Okay, so familiar faces, I'm going to take it that they're implying classic characters like Captain Quark, the plumber, and hopefully Lawrence, who hasn't appeared in the series since All for One. I mean, we got Nefarious again, so why not? Now the part about some new allies. What could this mean? Well, that's obviously the new female Lombax, but notice that it says allies, meaning more than one. Could this mean that we'll get this Lombax's equivalent to Clank? Provided that this is an alternate dimension, that is. Who knows? But we now have an idea that more than one new character is going to be introduced into the game. And other than that, guys, this is the end of today's quick video update regarding Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. So what do you guys think about this info? Excited to play as the new Lombax? What characters do you think we'll see? Be sure to leave it all down in the comment section below, and also be sure to stay tuned to the channel for even more Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart news and updates as they happen. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and supporting the channel. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Goodbye!
What?